What's up, guys? We got a quick tutorial for you today. We're talking about how to transport stuff into the range and how to have your guns when you're on the range. Because I've been seeing a lot of people online out of nowhere seemingly who are having negligent discharges. And we always say, you don't have an accidental discharge, you have a negligent discharge. You're just being dumb. So shout out to Average Gun Guy. I saw one of his videos on Instagram. He had posted something, and then I saw some other people who had posted stuff too. And it was like, oh man, let me just go in and talk about this. So hopefully, you know, we can start to deter it. So I have a gun here in this bag, gun in this bag, gun in this bag. So first things first, when I'm bringing this stuff in, I don't want to, especially if I'm in a classroom environment, I don't want to pull guns out and carry it into the range. You don't do that. Whenever you enter a gun range or whatever, you either have it in a holster or in a bag, and you bring the bags into the range, because we don't know you. And we don't know what you're capable of. We don't know anything about you, bro. So you might be like, oh, it's safe, it's unloaded, saying dumb stuff like that. We know you don't train. All right, so I'm gonna put it here. Now, I'm gonna open the CZ. Let's say I wanna shoot my CZ first, right? Okay, so I open up the bag, I see that the gun is facing somebody else. Even though you have bulletproof glass or whatever type of bullet resistant material, this isn't downrange. We want it downrange, no matter if it's this way or you open it and it's this way, it's pointing at me, it's pointing at the people behind me. If I lift the gun up or lift the case open and see that the gun isn't oriented downrange, I want to close it and turn it. So when I pull it out, it's downrange. Look at that. All right, and then I'm gonna leave the slide locked open because I don't want other people to think that I'm being unsafe. I don't want them to think that I'm breaking gun safety rules, assuming that the gun is empty. Whether it is or isn't, it's always loaded. All right? So then I'm going to shoot. All right, I'm done shooting. So now let's say, oh, I want to shoot another gun. Yeah, I have this gun out here, I might shoot it again, but let me pick something else. So when I pull anything else out, I want it to face downrange. Everything faces downrange, always, forever, amen. And when I'm shooting my Glock 19X instead of the CZ, this is going to stay locked open. You want whatever gun you're not shooting to stay locked open, because the range safety officer is going to be walking around, looking at everybody, making sure that everybody's being safe, making sure nobody, you know what I'm talking about, making sure people stay safe so they continue to live. So let's say I want to shoot a rifle, right? So it goes from one gun to two guns. Two guns are now locked open. And a lot of people, they have their rifle case on the floor like you see here. So what people will do is they will have their rifle case on the floor and they'll just pull it out like that. Man, you're on thin ice with hot skates for real. What you want to do is leave it zipped, leave it closed. Bring it up here, make space. Keep your workspace clean. Now, I'm going to just look and peek. Okay, I see the barrel is pointed this way. So I want to turn it around and then open it. Boom. Now the rifle's face downrange. I can do whatever it is that I need to do. I'm obviously not shooting this one in here. This range isn't rated for, 5.56, but now I can shoot. If the range safety officer is behind me, he sees that my guns are empty, everything stays pointed this way. Now, let's say you have some hot brass. Hot brass. When people shoot, it's happened to me, sometimes the shell casing will get ejected, hit whatever wall is next to you, and then pop back and land on you or get stuck in your shirt. That's when you see a lot of negligent discharges as well, because people go, ah! And we don't want to do that. And it just happened to Dwayne. I was just shooting with Dwayne. When it comes back and it hits you, you can try to shake it out, but you have to be mindful of this finger. It's gonna burn. Are you gonna pass away? No. You have to be mindful of this finger. The finger has to come out of the trigger guard, and then you can do your dance. This is exactly what Dwayne did. The brass hit him, and he was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. But he kept the gun pointed down range. That's what you want. Don't bring the gun behind here. Don't point the gun at anybody else. Simple stuff. Send this to everybody you know who goes to the range. Send it to them. It doesn't matter who they are, what they do. I've seen all types of guys, you know, they have the credentials, they're military, they're police, they're, you know, competitive shoot, whatever. And, you know, everybody at some point has some type of lapse in judgment. Nobody's above a negligent discharge. If you shoot long enough, you're probably gonna have one. The biggest thing is we wanna keep that gun pointed down range. So if you're shooting a gun, and let's say you're shooting this, and then you just pick up another gun and you try to shoot that, but the trigger weight is different, and you blow through it and you're like, whoa, I shot that one. I actually didn't mean to shoot that one. It still goes down range. But to harp on that, whenever you're shooting a new gun, before you start shooting it, if you've been already shooting something like maybe you're shooting a Glock and now you're about to get a hold of a 2011, lighter trigger, single action, whatever, then you want to practice dry, getting used to that trigger, and then shoot it so you know the weight of that trigger and you're not just thinking, oh yeah, the last one was 5 pounds. This one was, oh, that was actually 2 pounds. Okay, so hope that helped. Like, comment, subscribe. We have some cool stuff coming, but we just wanted to get this short one in. And I'll see you on the next one. Roll on.